Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill-Staxx, and today I want to talk about a few things, man. I want to talk about what it takes to really change and be a better person, and I want to talk about what it took me to get to that place. I do what I do every day because it makes me feel better, and I caused a lot of pain in my life when I did the things I did growing up, joining a gang. My family never wanted me to do that. And then going in and out of prison, I never thought that cycle would stop. And there's a lot of people that reach out to me, and you can definitely change too, man. It's definitely possible. And if you feel like it's not, just give it a chance. It took me a long time to get on the right track, but it's never too late to get on the right side of the fence. Be a productive member of society, and that's what I try to do. But so I want to share this little interview that John Gotti Jr. did about the WORSENS Mafia. There's a project coming out soon called WORSENS Mafia.
That's what really opened up
produced by John Gotti.
To write my next project, to get involved in my next project, WORSENS Mafia. What it is it exposes this process. It exposes that these criminals, what they're doing is they're getting government absolution for their crimes, no matter how heinous the crimes are, no matter how egregious their acts are, doesn't matter. What they're doing is giving them deals. Testify, give us, if the target's big enough, like in my case, I was the biggest target in the country. My father's case, he was the biggest in the country. They used Sammy Gravano. Absolution for some 19, 20 murders, and they released him after 4 years in jail. John A. Light, similarly. And what they do was they put them in WITSEC, and what these guys do is they don't want to adhere to the rules of the Witness Protection Program because they're stringent rules. The Marshal Service has a tight grip on it. They'll relocate you someplace. They'll monitor you. They'll make you get work. You have to be gainfully employed. They'll do all of those things, or you'll be violating the rules of WITSEC, and you can't communicate with any former Confederates or family members. Whoever they deem a threat, you can't communicate with whoever they deem undesirable, okay? And I mean undesirable in the respect of it can compromise your location, your identity, and so on and so forth, okay? So what they've been doing now is they've been signing themselves out of WITSEC, and basically their control agent from the FBI would give them a stipend and help them out, help relocate them, use them for information. But in all too many times, what's been happening is they've been rejoining them with their former Confederates. And in the case of John A. Light, he's rejoined with Patsy Andriano, Mike Malone, a guy named John Lito, Johnny Balls Lito, another drug dealing guy convicted of murder who testified against Angelo Prisco, and they were going to use him against me in my case as well. They were all hanging out. They were all thick as thieves. They're doing things together on the streets, right under the nose of the parole services, who's pretty much being neutralized by the FBI, by these particular control agents in the FBI. And this is not an isolated case. This has happened with the Giannini crew in Queens, another violent crew that's also several of their key members have become cooperating witnesses. They've committed very heinous crimes. In one case of burning a kid to death, burning while he was alive, dousing him with gasoline and burning him to death, the kid. You have a serial bank robber named Gerard Bellafiore. His middle name was Skeevy. Again, a Ted Otto student. He's a guy who went in WITSEC after doing so many numerous bank robberies. And upon getting released from prison, very short period of time, He was relocated to Florida with other Confederates of his. And what did they do? They did what they do best. They went back to bank robbery.
Yeah, man, I'm
While
good,
he's
bro.
calling Ted Otto numerous times on the phone, while he was casing one particular bank, he was having a conversation with Ted Otto. How's it going, Ted? How's New York? What's going on? Yeah, it's hot as a bastard over here. The guy's casing a bank. Okay. And this was one of his CIs, okay, one of his cooperating witnesses, CW. I should say CW testified.
I'm
Okay.
interested in
So one of his
watching that
charges.
with Sec
So all
Mafia.
too often in investigating this, okay, when I was working on my own book, Shadow of My Father, I started coming across time and time again of this happening. So I decided to get involved with this WITSEC project, this WITSEC Mafia project, to do a book to expose the wrongs of that program, and hopefully it'll generate a Senate hearing or something along those lines.
We'll see what happens with that, right? So there's a lot of things coming out, and if you guys didn't know, I got a lot of interviews that I'm going to be pumping out. The caliber of guests is going to be changing. I got a lot of people that are going to be coming on. Shout out to everybody who's been on my show. I appreciate every single one of you. All my past guests, all gentlemen. Shout out to Bobby Luisi and Paul. Shout out to everybody who's struggling with COVID right now. I know a lot of people are struggling with that. There's a lot of people in the country that have that shit, and it's terrible. Like the whole state where I live, it's all red. Like they do it by color, and the whole state is red. What's good, Kingston? How you doing, man? I don't think the my notification is going out to people, man. I think YouTube's playing games with me. Damn, you got it too, bro? You tested positive and you feel completely fine? How did you know to get tested, bro? Damn, you got it too, man? Shit. Well, keep your head up, man. Try to stay healthy and eat good. You didn't get the notification? Yeah, people have been telling me that. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I got a lot of new guests coming on. I'm really excited, man. And I'm going to be doing a show about stealing cars in the 90s. So I did a show earlier about Sammy the Bull testing positive for COVID. And someone commented, "Oh, you did a show." Like I don't wish no bad on anybody. I don't know what their comment was all about, but I wasn't like poking fun at Sammy having COVID. Shit, I don't want no one to be sick with that disease. It's terrible. And so I hope he feels better and all his team, man. Him and his whole team got it. Damn, do your parents got it too, man? Yeah, man, that's dope. You got it, bro. You got the notification. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing, bro? I'm doing really good. Volunteered today. They had pulled pork sandwiches and don't have any symptoms. COVID just won't stop spreading. Yeah, because I mean, it's like a constant cycle, you know, people get on a plane, they go home, they spread it to the next people, they go into a movie theater, They go to a party. COVID's no joke right now. It's like unknown on what's going to happen with all of it. It's pretty crazy. Hopefully it stops soon, you know, or calms down. A lot of people not wearing masks. I noticed that too. People are acting like everything's fine, like everyone should be good now. And I don't feel like that's the case. Definitely don't. So I try to be careful everywhere I go. I don't want that. I don't want to catch COVID. And I hope you guys are staying safe. Wear a mask out there. Everyone will have gotten it at least once. Shit, I hope I don't get it, man. Yeah, a lot of people are able to fight it off and get through it. But some people, it takes them out really quick. So that's what I want to go over this video, right? I'm going to show you on what happens when you get COVID. Hold on, people. I'm going to show you this video real quick. I hope everyone's having a great night out there. Have you ever spoken with a kid at school about the dangers of the streets? I do this part-time in Chicago. We call them victim impact panels. No, I haven't ever done that, but I would like to. Yeah, Cuzzo's doing good. I spoke with him today. He's doing really good. I would like to do that, where you talk to at-risk kids. So I got a new guest that's going to be coming on my show. His name's Scott McManus. I'll be interviewing him next week. He was a bodyguard for Mark Wahlberg, Whoopi Goldberg, and many others over the years. Right now, he's filming a movie called The Chiropractor Killer. He just recently filmed the movie Good Friday and a few other movies. He grew up in the streets of Queens, and he will be talking to me about his life story and coming up in the streets and all the way to the film industry. So don't miss that interview. It's going to be a really good one. Scott McManus. It's going to be coming up next week, probably. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to show you this video real quick on what happens when, yeah, Cuzzo's doing good, man. What happens when you catch COVID? What happens to your body?
You notice shortness of breath and a stark pain in your chest. You might have lost your taste and smell, and you're breathing like you just walked up 3 flights of stairs. These symptoms signal a trip to the emergency department of your local hospital. How will you be treated? When would you be put on a ventilator? And how could you develop a severe case of COVID-19 despite being perfectly healthy? Before you rush in, call your doctor or hospital ahead of time and describe your symptoms. You'll want to do this because your local emergency clinic might not have enough beds and may need to direct you to another facility. Or your symptoms might not be considered severe enough yet to require treatment at the hospital, so it's best to check by phone first. But once you are admitted, nurses will give you a COVID-19 test. Most patients will also have a set of blood tests taken from their veins. Doctors will then listen to your lungs and check the levels of oxygen in your blood with a clip-on finger monitor. Why are they doing that? Because if you have severe COVID-19 symptoms, the oxygen levels in your blood can drop too low. Since this can result in life-threatening damage to your vital organs, you'll get oxygen to breathe through 2 small tubes that go just inside your nostrils or through a face mask. You'll then get a chest X-ray or a CT scan so that doctors can get a better understanding of which areas of your lungs are inflamed. A CT scan, also known as a computerized axial tomography, is a painless diagnostic test that uses X-rays and computers to create cross-sectional images of your body. A CT scanner is a large square or round X-ray machine with a tunnel through the center. It helps doctors see into your lungs. During your CT scan, you will lie on a table that slowly passes through the tunnel. A giant ring called a gantry will rotate around your body. It contains a tube that releases X-ray beams and detectors that will measure the amount of radiation absorbed by your body. And these beams will capture many views of your body from different angles. As the gantry spins, the detectors will send data to a computer that creates cross-sectional images or 3D models of your lungs, helping doctors diagnose the severity of your coronavirus infection. Once your doctors have all the data to determine the progress of your COVID-19 infection, what treatments can improve your condition? Well, some patients may get standard antibiotics. These won't fight the coronavirus directly, but could be beneficial if you develop an additional bacterial infection in your lungs. But because there is no approved medicine specifically for COVID-19, you'll be relying on your immune system to fight off the virus and hope that oxygen therapy combined with supportive care can help your body recover. If things go your way, your immune system will start to produce antibodies to slowly kill the virus. But what happens if your condition worsens? If the oxygen concentration in your blood then drops below critical levels, doctors can escalate your treatment to something called high-flow nasal oxygen, which means that a machine will be pushing air into your nose, warmed to body temperature and humidified with sterile fluid. You can get up to 60 liters of oxygen per minute and up to 100% concentration. If high-flow nasal oxygen is not an option or didn't help, doctors will start you on mechanical ventilation in a last life-saving effort.
That's no joke,
You will
man.
be given medication via IV to put you to sleep. The first step in mechanical ventilation is called endotracheal intubation. Once you're asleep, your doctor will use an instrument called a laryngoscope. This device helps guide the endotracheal tube to its proper position. Your doctor will tilt your head back slightly and insert the laryngoscope through your mouth and down into your throat, taking special care to avoid contact with your teeth using a special blade on the device. Your doctor will gently raise the epiglottis, which is a flap of tissue protecting your larynx, as they advance the tip of the endotracheal tube into the trachea. Once the tube is in place, your doctor will inflate a small balloon surrounding the tube to make sure it remains snugly in place. They will then remove the laryngoscope and tape the tube to the corner of your mouth to prevent it from being jostled out of position. Your doctor will check to see that the tube is properly positioned in the lower part of the windpipe by inflating your lungs with a special bag and listening for breathing sounds on both sides of your chest. If the end of the tube is too low, both lungs will not receive the same amount of air. In some cases, an X-ray is taken immediately after intubation to confirm the placement of the tube. Once the endotracheal tube is in the proper position, your doctor will attach it to the mechanical ventilator, which will have a specially designed pump that aids respiration by delivering well-oxygenated air into the lungs and permitting carbon dioxide to escape. Levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide will be closely monitored to confirm that the ventilator is working properly. At the beginning of the outbreak, some hospitals were putting patients on ventilators early on in their treatment. This was due in part to concerns that less invasive ventilation procedures could cause viral particles to disperse into the air. With more cases of COVID-19 to study, health professionals are attempting to set guidelines for different types of respiratory failure and who ventilator treatment would be best suited for. This includes recommendations such as placing patients on their stomachs, called prone positioning, which evidence suggests helps increase the amount of oxygen that's getting to their lungs. So, with all this in mind, why does this virus cause only mild disease in most people, but could turn fatal for you despite being healthy? In such a case, it seems the worst damage may be caused by an abnormal immune response to the infection rather than by the virus itself. In simplified terms, when any cell in your body senses that there is something foreign, in this case a virus, the immediate response of the cell is to kill itself, a protective mechanism to prevent it from spreading to other cells. The way this happens is that cells in your immune system, called macrophages, release small signaling proteins called cytokines. Certain kinds of these trigger cell death. When many cells are doing this at the same time, a lot of tissue can die. This is what medical professionals call a cytokine storm. In COVID-19, this means that lung tissue breaks down and the walls of the lungs' tiny air sacs leak fluid through, causing pneumonia and starving the blood of oxygen. Most of your cells in the tissue will die as a result of this uncontrolled level of cytokines. It eats away at your lungs to a point where they cannot recover. Your body is now attacking itself. Cytokine storms are becoming a common occurrence in COVID-19 patients with severe symptoms, and they seem to play a role in death in a large number of cases. Whether you would develop a cytokine storm may depend on genetic factors. Patients in studies with the H1N1 influenza virus who developed cytokine storm syndrome.
Yo, no thank you, man. Yo, God bless everybody who has that virus and everybody who recovered from it. That shit seems like no joke, man. I definitely don't want to be caught up with that virus. I hope you guys are all being safe out there and staying away from the drama and the virus. It is wild, man. Definitely wouldn't want that, bro. It could be fatal. Nah. Shit, even if you're healthy, it could be fatal. I'm excited about the new guests I'm going to be having on. It's a lot of new people coming on. And you guys are going to be shocked when you guys see what I got coming. I know I keep saying it, but just wait. And I have a new interview that I did with my boy Jose. It came out really good. Yeah, I'm trying, man. What's good, Jason Jr.? How you been, bro? People that are totally healthy are dying from it, man, from COVID. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm working on that, so. Yeah, I could tell you about a couple of them. So, Ciro DePazio is one of them from the Mob King. If you guys don't know who that is, yeah, this might cost a lot of money, bro. Not that much, but it wasn't cheap. Does the quality of this camera look good? Yeah, I interviewed a whole bunch of inmates while they've been locked up, man. Go look at my catalog. I interviewed people from their cell while they're in there. I could pull up one of them. I interviewed quite a few people from prison. Inmate while he's locked up, yeah. Yeah, bro, looks good from here. Cool. Yeah, so Ciro DePazio's coming on. There's a bunch of other people. He's one of them. I just told you guys I have Mark Wahlberg and Whoopi Goldberg's bodyguard is coming on. His name is Scott McManus. He was a bodyguard for a lot of people, a lot of famous people. It's going to be a really good interview. And then I have my interview I did with my boy Jose. We were in different organizations. He was in the Latin Kings. I was in 20 Love. And we were on the opposite sides of the fence. And we're friends. And I did an interview with him the other day. I'm going to release it soon. And we talked about, you know, what it was like growing up and being on opposite sides of the fence. So I'm going to drop that soon. Shout out to Jose, man. Yeah, Cali Dago was one. Yeah, he was definitely one. Homies were rapping with Shanks. You seen that? All right, hold up. I'm going to show him that one, man. What's good? West Carson TV. How you doing, bro? Yeah, I'm going to show you that one. That one's funny, man.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed
Make
and
sure you
state
guys hit the
for
like,
free.
subscribe, and notification
Simple
bell.
tax returns only. Get the TurboTax.
These dudes are all rapping with
Tap
Shanks
now.
and shit.
Yeah, you know I'm pushing. Let's go. All these bloods and pyros in the building, they gon' push for me. Used to fuck on Paris and Patricia to that pleasure speech. In my hood on 6 block, we don't listen to no Pusha T. Why all this ink up in your skin? Cause I just got up out the pen. Pussy nigga be playing game. Hurricane Peter make him spin. I'm like Pablo to you fuck niggas, so I'm shooting F and N's. Trying to purchase that new Panamera, I don't want no fucking den. B could've bought a Porsche for all this shit he had to pay in court. Gave that pussy to a player, probably why.
All smoking and shit.
You got
bugging in there.
Police trying to get behind me. Fuck it, put that shit in sport. All these bottles are popping in
Yeah,
the
man.
club. Maybe pop your
Welcome, bro. Make sure you subscribe, bro.
Like a store. Oh, you the plug. You got the peas, finesse them out. He'll do it. Leave our steak and fork in the penitentiary. Got it stored. Talking about robbing me from the peas. You love your life. You better abort. Pushing peas. Pushing peas. I'm pushing. Yeah. You ain't got no pink slip, so how you pushing peas? She said that she ain't got no paper, told her to push that peas. Pushing peas, pushing peas. I'm pushing.
These dudes are bugging.
You ain't got no principle, so how you pushing peas? How you do that? I used to serve my principal when I was pushing peas.
Chatting with Staxx, baby. Yeah, man, I got a lot of stuff coming. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And I'm going to be dropping a lot of interviews soon, man. I'm excited about the future. Like, the people I'm going to be interviewing are next level. I can say that I've been working really hard, and it's gonna be good. I definitely put the work in to get somewhere other than what's good. Code to the streets, man. Everyone in here, go check out Omerta Clothing if you want to go support my boy's clothing line. He has omertaclothing.com. Go check it out. It's not omertaclothing.com. It's not real. You see the trademark. Who I like in the playoffs, man. I like Las Vegas, man. The Raiders. Tell you the truth. Are they still in it? And Pittsburgh's in it, right? Shout out to Squiggles, man. Coaching them kids out there, man. That's commendable shit. That is the type of stuff that people need to be doing, is coaching kids and helping your community. That's what this world needs. They don't need people talking shit about other people and bringing drama to everyone's life. Help the next person. If you guys didn't see the video from earlier, I played Frankie Loke's funeral procession. It was pretty cool. Rest in peace to Frankie Loke. And tomorrow, I have Anthony Ramundi himself coming on. It will be at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Make sure you guys stop by for that. It's going to be a really good show. And shout out to LA Blue, man. Yeah, bro. The beanies fits good, bro. Definitely. Pittsburgh at KC. When are they playing now? Tonight? Yeah, they fit good. The hats are dope, man. They fit good. All the shirts, the hoodies, they're all comfortable and they're good quality. Go check out his clothing line. It's omertaclothing.com. It's official. What's been going on out there? Shout out to Stephen Gillian too, man. If you guys didn't see my interview I did with him, it's a pretty good one. Go check it out. It's in my catalog. This is one of his designs, Omerta Clothing. Here's a picture of me back in the day, wilding out. True bosses, definitely. Looked how Frankie Loke went out. I wouldn't want to go out like that, but he definitely went out with integrity, and it sucks that he had to go out like that, you know? Some people have their morals intact, you know? I'm going to have some Chicago guys on soon, too. That's definitely happening real soon. Probably by next week, I'll have some Chicago guys on, and we'll have a Chicago sit down soon. On a white hoodie. Yeah, man. I want that white hoodie with that skull on it. That'd be a good one. Had the skull in black, right? Neo Merta, yeah. Squiggle's got some good stuff. Definitely. Walking the streets on Arthur Nave. Yeah, go check it out. I played the video earlier. But yo, you guys all have a great night. I'm going to edit some stuff and get some material ready for you guys, you know, so you can have some good mob content, and so you don't have to deal with all this dumb shit on here. So definitely an interview with Joey Seifert is happening. I just spoke with him. Matter of fact, he just confirmed with me today that he was going to come on. So he's coming on. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good one. Shout out to Joey Seifert. You have a good one too, man. Have a good night. And make sure you protect yourself out there with that COVID, man. It's really dangerous. But yo, thank you for joining me, man. And make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. I'll see you guys next time.